Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Good morning. How are you? Good morning. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. What's going on? Let me know in the comments what's going on so we can, you know, get started. Let me see if we have news with USCIS. Oh, okay. So we got great news at least. Good morning. Anybody here? Let me know in the comment. I don't see the comment. Let's see. Oh, shit. Why I didn't see the comment? Let me, hold on. The comment was supposed to be here. Okay. Okay. Kaba say, greetings to you. Thanks. Adeshi say good morning. Good morning, Adeshi. Power say good day. Good day. Uh, Olakule Jempeji. I hope I pronounce your name correctly. Good morning and welcome back. Alyssa, good morning. Welcome back. Donna B. White, buenos dias. Good morning. Do you think I should file mandamus? How long your case has been pending? In order to file mandamus, first of all, you have to know how long your case has been pending. And second of all, you have to try something else first, administrative remedies first, because the federal court is not just a court where you can just walk in as you wish, because the case is just going to be dismissed. You have to, first of all, try to resolve it by doing 3 years. Okay, 3 years, but have you tried resolving it with other people? For example, have you tried expedite requests with USCIS directly? Have you tried to involve ombudsman office to help you out? Have you tried to solve it with the congressman office? Have you tried those other administrative remedies? If you haven't tried those, you have to try those first. Otherwise, the federal court is just going to dismiss your case. That's it. Just as simple as that. You have to try those other remedy. If it doesn't work, that's when you go to federal court. 3 years, is it really bad for a green card? Remember, you were in removal. You have to consider that you were in removal first. And when you try to reopen your case, how long it has been pending since you reopen your case. That's how they're gonna try. They're gonna look at those timing. Okay, how long it has been pending since you tried to reopen your case. So if it has been pending only, let's say for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, this mandamus lawsuit is just not going to work for you because you were in removal. Remember, now you're trying to terminate your removal. You go to USCIS, they just reopen your case. You have to give them time. So, okay, guess we hope we answered that. If I apply for VAWA, do you need to pay for the I-485? No. As of April, I believe April, I don't remember the date exactly, but if you file today, for example, you don't have to file for a green card fees. You're not going to pay the green card fees because VAWA applicants are exempt for that, from that, okay? So that's the answer. The answer is you're not. Okay, you say you have a question. Please ask your question. Embol Dove 21 dash underscore 21. So please ask your question just here in the comment. Please put it in the comment because I'm streaming on all platforms. So I'm just gonna have to come back to it and answer it. Just please put your question, okay? So who else has then we have, thank you. You're welcome. Any other question? We are trying to answer questions. You can see I have my banner for questions. So if you answer, you post your question, we're just gonna display it there so we can read it and everybody can see it too. That's better. So let me know in the comment. By the way, just like and share. Meanwhile, like and share because we are answering questions and we are sharing this video as well so we can get a lot of people. Okay, so this is a long question. Hi boss lady, I have an appeal pending with BIA based on Nice Chavez v. Garland. Looks like the Supreme Court has messed up and are very inconsistent. Yeah, that is correct. I talked about it when the Supreme Court decision came. Pretty much what's going to happen, BIA is just going to dismiss your case, unfortunately. And trust me, I've seen it with Fifth Circuit and Sixth Circuit. They're just dismissing as quickly as they can. So that's pretty much what's going to happen. I don't know if you have another argument underlying that, but really BIA is just dismissing cases. Even cases pending with circuit court at this point, they're just dismissing it based on the latest Supreme Court decision. So if you had a second notice to appear to go with your case, then in other words, if they provided you with a second notice to appear to waive the mistake that they made with the first one that lacks time, place, and date of the hearing, then the second one will be considered. That's the decision of the Supreme Court. And you know the decision of the Supreme Court is final. Nothing a man can do about it. I hope that you have some other argument beside that. Maybe they can look at those other arguments. But other than that, they're dismissing cases. And we've seen it with Fifth and Sixth Circuit. They're just doing as quick as they can. Okay, we answered that. Yeah, they did mess up really bad. Yeah, unfortunately, really. I really feel your pain because I talked about it too. So do you need a police report on evaluation for VAWA? Yes, it's best to have a police report because that's how you show good moral character. Just go to the police station in your county. Then they're gonna provide you with a background check. They'll do the fingerprint and they provide you with the background check for that state. The answer is yes. Good morning. What's new? So far, nothing really. If you're asking about this new Biden policy, we're just waiting for it to, for them to publish it. They said that they're going to do it before the end of summer. So we're just waiting. Probably in August, they'll do it. They need some time to write something. Yeah, they'll do it. So we are still waiting for that. But we have a news here about USCIS extends employment authorization document on the temporary protected status designation of El Salvador, Honduras, Nepal, Nicaragua, and Sudan. They said that we are extending the validity of certain employment authorization documents issued to temporary protected status beneficiary under the designation of El Salvador, Honduras, Nepal, Nicaragua, and Sudan through March 9, 2025. Yeah, they'll send the notice, the Form I-797 notice of action notifying you. So in other words, if you have a TPS under those countries, El Salvador, Honduras, Nepal, Nicaragua, and Sudan, and you have not re-registered for TPS under the current recent extension, so what they're trying to do, they're pretty much they're extending the validity of the employment authorization. In other words, if your employment authorization has expired, then they will send you a notice to extend it, so you can keep using it, right, until they provide you with the actual document. So that's what's going on, I see so far. Let's see if somebody has a question. Dove, I don't see your question, so let's see if anybody else has a question. Okay. Sas says, what should I do? I have a 3 U.S. citizen children and a PhD, and I still not exercise PD. Sad system. I'll harder support Trump so people like me with a PhD can get a green card. I mean, you do what's best for you. If like you feel like Trump is gonna do something with people who have degrees, then yeah, of course, if I were in your position, I'll do that as well. So but remember, if you have a child, when the child turned 21, you can still try to exercise this prosecutorial discretion. Again, I'm not sure if your child is already 21, but if your U.S. child turns 21, you will still try this prosecutorial discretion. It's unlimited when you try to join motion. You have a lot of chances, so to speak. Yeah, so that's the only thing I can say on that subject. We have 17 people in the house. My friend, do me a favor, please go ahead and share and like, okay? We are trying to answer those questions today, this lovely morning. Please go ahead and share and like. Uri, say hi. Hi, Uri. By the way, Uri, you need to change the picture on your screen. You see, you need to change the picture on your screen. Oh my God. This is funny. Sas says my oldest is 15. Okay, 21. You have 15, sorry. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 7 years. Wow, that's a long time to wait. Yeah, if I were in your position too, I mean, if Trump comes and says that he's gonna give green card to people who have college degrees and stuff like that, then yes, of course, a lot of people here have college degrees, so they should benefit from it. But we don't know really in November what's gonna happen. You know, people will say that so they can get elected. Anybody will come up with nice things so they can get elected. So we don't know really. But of course, this is something to consider if that one happens. Can someone get a green card while the spouse are in Section 8, married, have children, and not living together? Well, Adeshi Mazuk, Al Adeshi Mazuk. The first question is why you're not living together, but you have children together with the spouse in question. So the challenge is they still have to see if it's a valid marriage, right? Children, of course, can benefit you in terms of showing that it's a valid marriage. However, they might feel like you are in separation Because if you're not living together, you have to come up with something else, really, something strong as argument, because that just raises a red flag, you see. So let me see here if we have a question. Yeah, on Instagram we don't have a question. The guy keeps saying I have a question, but we don't have a question. He didn't write his question. So or he said, okay, yeah, please change your picture. Okay. I want to apply for national interest waiver, but I have a final order of removal. Well, the thing is, SA, it's like, even if you apply for national interest waiver, right? So let's say it gets granted, but the thing is, how are you going to adjust status? You don't have a spouse. I'm assuming that you don't have either a U.S. spouse or lawful permanent resident spouse, or a U.S. parent or lawful permanent resident parent, in order to ask for a waiver so you can go outside of the country for consular processing. That's just like you wasting your money unless you do it by yourself. But still, you're gonna have an I-140 approved to no avail. It's just like sitting there for you, unless they come up with another policy to give green card to people who with higher education. You see, if they come up with that type of policy, then yes, that's I-140, and if they are forgiving unlawful presence, of course. But in your case, again, you still have to go back and reopen your old removal order, terminate proceedings in order to get a green card. What is? Okay. Jasmine Kaur says, file a motion to reopen removal order in court based on I-130. Approve. How long it take to hear back? It's going to depend. So there's no Jasmine Kaur. The first question is, did you try to join ICE in your motion to reopen your old case? If you file it directly with the court without joining ICE, sometimes it doesn't take that long, right? The judge is gonna make a decision. But if you file a joint motion with ICE, it's in other words, that's like a PD request. You're requesting ICE to join your motion. Then it's just gonna depend on what state you are, how ICE is behaving in your state, because right now I have a case in Connecticut. I haven't received a response since February, but I have a case in case the same day I applied for both Connecticut and Florida. In Florida, at least I'm corresponding, trying to negotiate with ICE, but in Connecticut I haven't received a response, so I keep following up. There's no specific date on when they're gonna respond to you, but eventually they have to respond. When, I don't know. Nobody knows. Okay, so let's see this one. This one say, presiding time for the. What do you mean presiding? Processing time for I-130. Right now it says like 38 months. I'll give Vow at least 3 years. Thank you. You're welcome. Can I travel advance for without my decision pending asylum for 6 years? Asylum pending, Olisa, asylum pending with USCIS. Of course, you can apply for advance parole. Once it's granted, you can travel. However, you cannot go to the country where you claim persecution from. So that's the answer. Asylum pending, where are you going? Why are you going? it has to be approved first, right? The parole in question. So once it's approved, then the question becomes, where are you going and why? If you say you end up in your home country where you claim persecution, you're just going to be stuck outside. So, and again, if asylum is pending with USCIS, that's when you can apply for advanced parole. If you're spending with the court, forget that. They're not even going to entertain that. So that's the answer. Hi, can I get married after vow is denied, waiting for motion to reopen? Chima and Chine. Your question is, you already know the answer, but I'm gonna just tell you the answer, right? Motion to reopen based on a denied vow. If you get married, then you cancel your own motion. You can't have both ways. It's either you wait for the motion to reopen to get a final decision, maybe your vow is gonna get approved, or you just forget about motion to reopen, you get married and start over. Not both things. You can't get both benefits. Okay. Do you have to live with your spouse to file for VAWA? You have to show at least shared residency at some point. That's the minimum. As a matter of fact, I have a request for evidence here, letter, so I'm trying to respond to it based on the same thing, shared residency requirement. So the residency requirement is not as strong as it used to be, but still you have to show that at some point you resided with the spouse in question. But they're not really going to deny it just because there's no shared residency. Because in their policy, they amended the policy to say that USCIS does no longer, let's see, let me read the policy, what they say. They say USCIS no longer requires the self-petitioner to have resided with this abuser during the qualifying relationship, okay? USCIS also does not require that the self-petitioner live with the abuser in the United States. USCIS applied the holding to all self-petition, not just spouse of self-petitions, to the lack of shared residence during the qualifying relationship or in the United States is no longer a barrier to self-petition. So that's what the policy says, right? They no longer require that. But sometimes we receive requests for evidence saying that you need to show shared residency. So it's like, of course, if I were you, I would state their policy, and then I would tell them at least to some extent I resided with, if you did reside with the spouse in question, then you can show them at least to some extent at some point in the relationship you resided. Because they keep sending requests for evidence, even if they have that policy that says that it's no longer required, right? But it's still, you know, this is a request for evidence in June. I haven't responded to that yet. So that's why I'm able to pull up, because I'm trying to respond to them. So what else? Why you don't like my profile picture? No, the way it looks, the way it looks is just so like different. Hello, how are you? Somewhere an office taken, I just and get a green card based on what? The question is, the person is adjusting based on what? That's the real question, right? If you're adjusting based on family, immediate relative, then yes, the person can still try to adjust status based on I-130 approved, but the I-130 in question is from the immediate relative, like a spouse, U.S. citizen spouse, or like a parent who's petitioning for a child under the age of 21, a U.S. citizen parent, right, petitioning for the child under the age of 21, or the child who's a U.S. citizen and who's 21 and older petitioning for a parent. Other than that, it's not going to work. So that's the answer right there. Let's see. Thank you for your answer. You're welcome. You're welcome. Let me see on Instagram. Somebody said, yeah, they don't have a question. They keep saying we have a question, but they don't. Oh, based on U.S. citizen spouse. Yeah, the answer is yes. You can file a green card based on I-130 approved or concurrently if you're not in removal based on U.S. citizen spouse. Yes, you can file. That's the simple answer to that. $15 people in the house. Please like, please share. We are answering questions this lovely morning. Please share, please like. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's another news going on. But I'm just answering questions. Yeah, there was a lawsuit where the people who filed for a lawsuit based on past DV lottery visas, they did not receive it, and then they filed a lawsuit, but the DC Circuit finds that they lack authority to order issuance of diversity visa past statutory deadline. So remember, the year to get the green card visa is September 30th, right? If you pass the date, they haven't issued the visa based on that fiscal year, then it's over, right? So I guess those people went to file a lawsuit and they did not win. So that, yeah, it was pretty predictable anyway. Okay. Okay, so what else is going on? I was just reading about this new Biden policy, how it's going to benefit a lot of people, spouses of U.S. citizens, DACA recipients with employment-based type of petitions. This is really great. Yeah, this is really great. We're just waiting for it to be published, but this is really great. Okay, let's answer some other questions. Thank you so much for what you're doing. Thank you very much. Please share, please like, please share my videos, please like. That's how we reach a lot of people, okay? Anybody has an immigration issue, just share the videos. If they need a consultation, they will schedule it themselves. Okay. Can someone on asylum and marry H1B? Well, if you're asking if somebody can get married, that's their right. Anybody can get married, okay? But if you're asking H1B visa, H1B visa, it's employment-based type of visa. It has a different process. If a person is in asylum, then where are they going to get the H1 visa from? Outside, because if they have asylum pending, then they cannot go home. Then the H1B visa has to be transferred to a different consulate for them to go outside to get it. Then they have to ask for parole in order to step outside. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to come back. So, yeah, this is too complicated for somebody on asylum. But if the person says that I am on asylum and I'm marrying a U.S. citizen, that's a different story, right? They can do that and get their green card if the marriage is valid. So, which record they didn't receive? They canceled my interview and said before it was scheduled, waiting for over 16 months, reason they didn't receive my record. What do you think? What record they didn't receive? So if they cancel the interview, they'll send you a letter, right? You should look at your letter and see basically what the letter says and how to reschedule it. That's all. If Trump elected and stopped PD requests, what's going to happen to cases already approved by us? If the case has already been approved by us, you're just waiting for the judge to sign the order. That's it. Because ICE already joined the motion. There's nothing, it's about now you're waiting for the judge to sign the motion that the ICE has already signed. So when ICE has already put their signature, the case is already pending. Traore, aren't you the one? Traore, you need just to wait for BIA to respond, okay? You really have nothing else but wait. BIA is taking 8 to 9 months. Don't be worrying about anything. Just wait. The judge is gonna sign your order, and then that's it. So you have nothing else. So ICE already signed. You're just waiting for the judge to sign. That's it. What if I have to inadmissible? I don't understand this question. Tishara, what if I have to be inadmissible? Based on what? Inadmissibility based on what? There's a lot of type of inadmissibility. Crime, public charge, unlawful presence, entry without inspection. So which inadmissibility are you talking about? On asylum AD, one can go to spouse's country and come back on H4. If you have asylum pending, you have to take advance parole in order to go out. You can't just leave and come back. No, you have to ask for advance parole, permission to leave. Okay? And then, I guess you want to go to your spouse's country so you can get an H4 type of visa. You have to ask for parole. You can't just leave. You will not come back if you don't ask for parole. My adjustment record. Uri, I still don't understand. I still don't understand. They just called you. No, they're supposed to send you a letter. Yeah, you need to talk to your lawyer, Uri. I don't understand your problem. the question about how long it will take, green card holder, just give it 4 years at least, because if you go on USCIS processing time, those time are way beyond. So how long it will take, I don't know. But if you go with processing time on USCIS website, give it a minimum of 4 to 5 years. Two, inadmissibility. So Tishera Linton, you have to find out whether you can waive those inadmissibility or not. If somebody is inadmissible, some inadmissibility issues can be waived, some cannot. So it just depends on which one. You have to know which one can be waived and what cannot. Oh, you're welcome. Traore, you're welcome. Traore, by the way, once your case gets dismissed by BIA, you need to come back to me for adjustment of status, because you've gotten me really tired. You need to come back. Don't be acting up and then go somewhere else and bring me your issues. No, 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 I'll not take that. Oh, he entered. So the person who he entered illegally is permanently barred. That's it. So can it be waived? The way permanent bar get waived is if the person stay outside of the United States for 10 years and then ask for permission to reapply, like with a waiver. So she may shine. She may shine. Advance parole. She may shine. Listen, if you have a case of asylum pending, okay, and you want to travel outside, you need to seek for advance parole. But just remember, advance parole is not a guarantee to come back. It even says, if you just go on USCIS.gov, look at the application, it says advance parole not guarantee. Okay, you just have to keep that in mind. You can go, hopefully you come back, but it's not guaranteed. So that's something you just really have to keep in mind. The people who get stuck, if they have criminal records, they will get stuck outside. If they have misrepresentation, trust me, they will get stuck. The only people who are able to come back on advance parole are people who have only unlawful presence. Those are the people who can come back easily. But misrepresentation, criminal record, they will just stress you out at the airport and then just deny you entry, because they have too much discretion power at the airport. CBP. Yeah, so what else? Mark and Tower, no problem. Okay, thanks, Mark and Tower. Let's see. No, Mamadou Tiam, unfortunately, the moment you came with a visa, you are excluded from the PIP. The person is excluded. No, the simple answer is no. It just applies to people who came without a visa, illegally. And you know, C1 transit visa, it's crew member, right? You cannot adjust status in the US. That's just from the start. That's why I'm probably you stuck because of that. So some people said before that they try waivers, but I don't think even waiver works. I've never tried waiver before for that C1 visa, but some people claim they try waiver, but I don't think so. I don't think waiver works. So anybody else? Yeah, we're trying to wrap up because I have to get prepared for my consultation at some point. If anybody needs a consultation, they should just schedule it by using the consultation link in the description box. You don't need to call me. I have my consultation link. If you need it, you can just schedule it. Okay, let's see. Any more questions? I guess this is it, right? We got all questions answered. We got all the questions answered. We're just waiting for the parole in place to take place. It's going to benefit who? Spouses of U.S. citizens who initially came to the U.S. without inspection, without inspection. Then have been here for 10 years and otherwise are eligible to adjust status. Who else? A process for our applicant to be able to get employment-based application, I guess with waivers of an unlawful presence as well. So those are the two things this is going to benefit. Anybody else has a question? I guess we answer all questions, right? I guess we answer all questions. Yeah, we did answer all questions. Oh, we got last question here. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's when I do it for free, right? When I come here live, you should come and ask your questions, because the moment you call me, you have to pay for consultation. So this is the time we answer all questions here. Okay? So if somebody needs a free consultation, they just have to join our live session. That's it. As simple as that. If they need personalized consultation, then they have to schedule it. So okay, this is it. This is it. This is it. Okay, this is it. Thank you very much for showing up. I don't think we have any more questions. Yeah, we don't have any more questions here on Instagram. Just gonna end the Instagram live session already, and then come back here and end this session as well. Thank you very much. Please like, please share. Until next time.